All right, we are back, and we're going to be going over a few things here on the day now. First things first, I'm recording this on vacation, so it'll be a little bit shittier quality. What I will say, though, going forward, we're at an interesting point when we look at what's happening as far as the NASDAQ, we look at the S&P 500, and ultimately where we're moving going forward. Now, we had some bad news earlier on this day with Jerome Powell's news, and this is more FUD. I don't think Jerome Powell is going to retire anytime soon. So again, this was kind of what happened this morning with some of the downside that we saw. And if anything surrounding the Jerome Powell resignation comes out, that will be bad. That will be interpreted as bad news, like we talked about. We've already seen how this has impacted the bond market previously when Trump was talking about this, so it's not a surprise, although that was clearly FUD. Now, moving on from that, near the end of the day, you're seeing more of that upside across the market. The Trump administration seeking a pause on the Sierra case as far as what's coming out of China. Now, I wouldn't say that Trump is doing this necessarily to push, pause down the road. I think he's more doing this because of what's happening with the court cases that are coming out as far as considering tariffs illegal. I think that's really what's taking place out there. So he's trying to control that narrative. That's a personal opinion, what I'm kind of taking from that. So you can look more into that. Now, what I will say is as you look at the market, it's liking this overall. And so you can see on the NASDAQ in particular, like on the 15-minute, you can see basically from market open until market close, you steadily climb to the upside. So very important to realize that. Now, I do want to spend a little bit of time in going into why we were looking at these levels and what was happening there. If you're interested, the Discord link is down below if you want to see how we're trading, what we're trading every single day. Now, again, today I'm on vacation. Jordan is, holding everything down, but I'm still overall in Discord talking about my favorite trades, things like that. And I did get into a bigger trade here today. I'll talk more about that. But this morning, again, futures rundown, what we're looking at for the downside, what we're looking at there, that was ES. But on NASDAQ, we said over 21,327. You're looking for upside. Target is 21.5 once again, but conservatively 24,110. Well, you can see just that happens. You get above that level there near market open. Really, first hour, you mount above it and you go straight up after that. Again, these levels aren't, I trade based off these levels every single day. So I don't really know what else to say for you guys. I just try to tell you guys exactly what I'm doing, how I'm attacking the market, and how I'm moving forward. So hopefully if you get anything out of that, congratulations. I will also say if you're looking to trade futures, who I use, the link is down below with top one. Use code HEFE. You can get 40% off right now. Yesterday was 55% off, but they're not going to have that sale for a while. And they're releasing a new plan with 7 accounts, which is kind of crazy. We'll talk more about that in a later video. Now, going on a little bit further from that is you had your ES, what was happening there near your 200 SMA, which we talked about. And I talked a lot about this on Twitter if you followed me there. And again, you can get all these levels, what I'm looking at, all my trades. It's all posted. The link is down below. The free Discord's there as well. But again, you go into ES and you look at what's happening with ES futures, the S&P 500. And near market open, you sat near the 200 SMA. You broke up, you broke down. And then again, when you get news like Powell coming out, that's clearly like fake news. Like Powell's not stepping down. He's never said anything like this, but that's what happened. As you see what's happening from there, you move on, you move a little bit forward. You get above the 200 SMA, you move into 5907, 5926, 5941, 5954, which is again what we kind of talked about here in Discord as well. All the levels, obviously post them every single day, so everyone's up to date at all points in time. So you can see here 5926, 5954, which is where you end the day right at that level and then rejecting. So again, you're getting a better viewpoint of what's happening there. It's important that when you're going into the market as well, you're not jumping into it based off of news alone, and you're not creating a bias indirectly when you're looking at all this news, FUD, anything coming out like that, right? It's easy for us to jump on the train of Jerome Powell is quitting, Jerome Powell's doing this is bad news, it's time to go short, this, and this. But if you're going into it with the mentality of understanding your levels, understanding creating a trade plan, you move based off that, the market gets a little bit easier to trade. Now, I'm not saying the market's easy to trade. I'm not saying trading is easy in general, but it's all about putting yourself in that circumstance of creating the better opportunities and putting yourself in the position to win in all points in time. That's what ultimately I try to do every single day. So hopefully that makes sense as well. So again, we're continuing to range. We're moving up, and we're at the top of that range once again. A lot of people were moving at the end of Friday that this was bearish, this was this was that. That was a stupid thing to say because, again, I can get rid of all my drawings here, but you can see that you're clear as day since, May 12th, May 13th, you're sitting in a range. So for the past basically 20 some odd days, you're doing nothing on the S&P and the NASDAQ. You're sitting in a sideways range, you're consolidating, and everyone's creating this bearish narrative out there, which is really stupid, right? Very dumb mentality to have. And again, you're at the verge of breaking out once again. Now I'm going to go over my favorite stocks and what I'm looking at here as well. So let's jump more into that. Now, again, I said I went into a risky play, and I want to go into that off the bat. So the first thing is Palantir. I went long on Palantir today, which I have not gone long on Palantir in a while. Now, a lot of you were wondering, Tyler, this is at all-time highs. Why? And let's break it down really quickly, right? Again, because this is kind of out of the norm for Tyler, right? I typically don't like mid caps, and I typically don't like going long on mid caps at highs. And then on top of that, I'm on vacation, right? So I'm not really at home, things like that. I'm not going to be monitoring as much as usual. Now, the first thing here is you're mounting previous all-time highs, which you can see right here. This is previous all-time highs. The second thing is you just got the reason Palantir dipped like this is because everyone anticipated there's going to be a cut in government spending for Palantir, right? Because Palantir makes a lot of its money from the government and contracts. Well, today you got news from the Trump administration that Palantir, guess what? New deal's coming out. It's going to be working in basically all 50 states. This was really good overall strong news. And then basically from open, you kind of gap up, you push down, and then you kind of bounce off that as well. So I like this a lot. I like Palantir. You kind of pushed up here and you kind of push back down to like 130. I went long around 130. I thought it was a good play. And that's where you're at right now. I went for monthly contracts. I will tell you right now for June. So it's not super far dated. It's riskier, like I said. And I'm about 140s, just to let you know, so you guys can see that in Discord with my entries, everything like that as well. But again, I like it a lot. I think it's a good name. I think it's a good play. The risk is worth it, in my opinion. The reward potential is crazy here. So again, I'd be watching it like a hawk. Oh, look at that. My friend Gray is on Elden Ring. Going a little bit deeper as well, so you can see going into UNH, another name that I've been mentioning a lot here as well. And I think UNH is a monster play. Again, you guys are like, Tyler, you're mentioning. I haven't mentioned a lot of riskier plays on the channel as of recent, but I think there's a lot of big plays out there right now. I think United Healthcare is a crazy play right now. I think holding above 288, 289 in itself is wild. I think it has a lot of potential, and I do think this thing can get into 320, but ultimately I think this thing can start working back towards 380 in a hurry. I think this is one of those companies that's too big to fail. If you're going long on this, I think going with time is your best friend, because again, you can still go dated and still make a lot of money on this position as well. Personal opinion, keep your head on a swivel, but I like it a lot. Costco, I said they had good earnings, fantastic overall. It was funny, I talked about them like last week, and someone was like, their chart looks terrible, Tyler. I was like, okay, well, just do what you got to do. And you bounced at support, 1010, and now you're back at 1063, and you're pushing back towards all-time highs. I would not be surprised to see Costco at 1100 in a hurry. I think it's one of those names. It's tough. It's a beast. Next name, CrowdStrike. This has probably been the most bullish name that I've had in a while for Discord. You guys know I've talked about it a lot, this and PanW. But when CrowdStrike came back down to 456, I notified Discord. I wasn't very active in Discord those days. I've had a lot of family stuff going on. I've mentioned that in Discord. You guys can see here as well, right? I said right here on Friday, on my phone, my internet's down, but yeah, once again, CrowdStrike's looking solid, holding up overall. Probably my favorite stock out there right now. PanW's doing well off the 200 MA bounce as well. Again, Friday, you had one of the biggest opportunities you've ever had on CrowdStrike at 9:30 a.m. As you can see there, bouncing off that. PanW as well, bouncing off your 200 estimate, like I mentioned there as well from Thursday. So again, two fantastic names. You guys know that I'm very bullish on what's happening out of semiconductors, but I'm also very bullish on what's happening out of cloud. So again, I'd be watching those as well. Probably one of my favorite sectors out there right now. It's just been a money pit. And usually money pits take a lot of your money, but in this case, they've made us a lot of money here on the channel. And this has been one of those times where there's a few stocks you can go long on and you kind of just forget about. You don't have to focus on, you don't have to spend too much time on. It's just been really good overall names. So what I'm watching, how I'm attacking it, and kind of how I'm moving forward as well. Those are my favorite names. I'm not going to go too in depth with everything else because again, like I said, I'm on vacation, so I'm not like watching the entire market. I will say that Nvidia is looking really good. AVGO, like I said as well, pushing back into all-time highs at 251. You're at 248. I mentioned this previously. AVGO would be the first semiconductor most likely to hit all-time highs. We're doing it as we speak. So again, we're really happy with this action. But if you have any questions, let me know down below. Like, subscribe, do what you gotta do. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Discord link is down below as well. Have a good one, traders. I appreciate you. Like I said in the last video, guys, make sure you guys are, stop focusing about everyone else. Focus on what you're doing. Focus on your accounts, because ultimately, at the end of the day, that's all that matters. And no one really cares about your success, my success. The only person that cares really the most is going to be you. So do what you got to do. I'll see you tomorrow. Let's get out.